As of right now, yes.
I am
Hello.
so tempted.
Don't.
Hello.
Fucking don't. If you ooh one goddamn time. So help me God.
Hello.
Song that applies to you too.
It wasn't me. It was
You may be the birthday boy, but that does not give you permission to ooh on my stream, on my Twitch, on Thursday, God's Day.
Hello, everyone. This is how we start the fucking stream today.
On this,
Also, it's Song's birthday.
as you can see by the
Yes,
party
it's my
hat.
birthday.
He has a party hat. Look at him.
I'm dead. I am dead.
Unfortunately, Jade is going to be a little late as they are traveling home from campus for spring break. They're still in the car.
College life.
College life poggers. They'll be home
Back to
soon though.
class.
In the
So
mum's car. Brum brum.
until then, we have a little bit of
Vroom,
setting up
vroom.
to do. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, that laugh.
you,
The
don't,
evil laugh.
you don't like my evil laugh? I was just gonna
Evil
say,
laugh.
Foxy, you have permission to talk about what we talked about the other day.
Nah.
Nah. No.
Nah.
Just, nah. You're not gonna talk about it? Not even tempted?
Nah.
That's funny. Not gonna give... I will not give these bitches anything, she says.
What do you mean from what we did last session?
No, not last session. Like, what we talked about, just the two of us.
Oh yeah, no, then I'm not doing that.
Like...
I am not doing that. I am leaving it as a surprise.
Oh, come on. How you been us?
Torture.
Oh shit, that's
But
actually
don't
pretty
worry. What we talked about will happen today. So you won't have to wait long.
Yes.
But the anticipation will be building.
Yeah. Like it is right now.
Because
It's building.
Ah.
There's no dramatic music, but it's building. The silence
Oh,
is getting
I do have
faster.
oh god.
Off
The
Off
silence is
topic.
getting faster.
Silence is getting
Off
fast.
topic, but what do you think of like doing a series on YouTube of the Rainbow Raptor server?
That would be fun.
Yes, I kind of want to do that.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna record that, but
You're gonna be in the videos anyways.
Oh my
God.
You have no choice. You have no choice.
Shadow was fucking saluted on the hardwood. You know how dogs do when they
Oh.
just are like spread out like a fucking
Yeah.
bear rug? Yeah, he was just spread out
Yeah.
like a bear rug.
oh.
He's throwing his bony little self against the hardwood instead of sleeping on the blanket that I gave you. I gave you my
It's
blanket.
probably nice and cool.
Yeah.
It's winter! Well, technically it's spring, but it's cold here! It's raining and cold. Why do you want to sleep on the hardwood? Because you're a baby. Yeah.
I'm still laughing at the beginning how this stream started.
You're such a baby.
Yeah, and it
God.
wasn't even me. Eros was addressing me not to do it. And yet you did it.
Hey, I'm the cat boy. What do you expect?
Shadow.
Yeah, but I'm the furry.
You know, I wish
Ah,
I wish I could take Shadow with me to the premiere for the Sonic movie in April. Because obviously I'm Eggman, he's Shadow. I mean, what's better?
Oh yeah.
oh my
Oh.
god.
I could.
Ooh, that's gonna be pretty. I'm gonna have the train station go on top of this
Yeah.
mountain, like this ridge over here. That's
Are
gonna
you
look pretty.
sleepy? Are you tired? Is that why you're yawning so much? You little baby.
The boy needs his rest.
He's a growing little man.
Oh, actually,
He's 8 months
I have it
old.
right here. Might as well check.
He's 8 months
Wait,
old.
no,
Okay, so D&D
I have my
Beyond
birth
is
certificate.
Your birth certificate. Okay, got my D20.
Hour.
Birth
2045. Hey. Oh, yeah, I got it right. I was born like
Motherfucker!
45 p.m. Oh.
You good, Eros?
No. My drawer just collapsed, and me yelling
Oh no!
scared Shadow, so he ran off. God damn it.
Oh no!
The entire contents of my drawer just dumped onto the floor. I hate this cheap ass thing.
Oh, no.
Why, God?
Oh no!
It's made out of cheap cardboard. That's why.
What?
Oh no!
You know those like
St. Patrick's Day, the day of luck, or for us, the day of unluck.
We placed all the luck on the song. Because it's his birthday.
Oh, trust
today.
me, my luck hasn't been any better.
Hey, we didn't have much to spare, but we gave it all to you anyway.
Eh.
My luck
It's at least
Thank
doubled.
today. Shadow's been a little bloody baby. He shat on the floor twice.
Well, the double of 1 is still 2, so
Yeah, still, it's double.
yeah. Thank you, guys.
It's still double.
We doubled your luck stat for today. Say thank you. We gave you a
Yeah.
key item that boosts your luck temporarily. The golden
Yeah.
pickled foul foot. Elden Ring fuckers will know that reference.
I was more thinking the party hat.
Ah, the party hat!
I was more thinking the party hat that's on his character.
The party hat. My mom is knocking on the wall because she's grumpy and doesn't like me being happy.
Oh.
Relate to that.
Why do I have a
Uh-huh.
guitar pick? I don't own a guitar.
What?
Where did I get this guitar
What?
pick? Sam Ash. That's what brand it is, apparently. She
That
keeps
was you
knocking.
literally asking for.
She keeps knocking. I'll be back.
Okay.
I don't know if this is a good idea, but this is a rough kind of thing placement, so I don't care.
What are you doing?
Planning out railroad track,
Oh yeah. Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Wish I could show y'all right now, but I'm already in the live stream right now. I'm not gonna do that shit while we're in D&D. I'm gonna make a video about it instead. There. Yeah.
Familiar.
I don't know if this was a good idea. Oh well.
You're doing it now.
Yeah. I guess. XP made a railroad track that almost led to his house. So at least he got like some of the work done for me.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a lot of flowers. Anyone in the chat now?
I don't think so. If anybody's in chat, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Oh my goodness. Poor Shadow.
Oh no.
That's all.
He heard me yell, of course, because the drawer fell, and he immediately like bolted out of the room and
Oh.
got up onto the couch with Mom and
Oh.
he was shivering. He was trembling.
Oh no!
I
Baby.
scared him so bad
Oh no!
that he was trembling. So Mom was like, "You better come in here and comfort him." And I sat on the couch with him and was like, "I wasn't yelling at you, baby."
Oh
I felt so bad. I didn't
Poor
mean to
little
scare
man.
him.
no! Yeah.
I already
Poor
Baby
thing.
boy.
I already scared him earlier today when, like, I was closing my bedroom door because he had got into it and, like, gotten into stuff and was, like, tearing plastic up. And I closed the door and it kind of slammed and he, like, freaked out really badly.
Aw,
Baby.
So, yeah.
poor baby.
He's really timid, and then, of course, he doesn't have his sister,
Yeah.
so he's all alone.
Poor baby.
My poor baby. He's all upsetty.
Bebe.
Pepe. Es un Pepe chiquito.
Chiquito. Alright.
No sabe nada, pero
The chiquito.
no sabe nada. I never adjusted sus ojos.
Yes, we don't understand it at all.
I said
Yeah.
there's nothing behind those eyes in Spanish.
Oh. Not a single thought behind those eyes.
Honestly, when I look at Shadow, whenever he rolls over onto his back and sticks out his tongue at me, I'm like, no brain cells, no thought, head empty.
Anyway, are we ready?
Yes, we are. I am gonna do a quick recap of everything that happened
Yeah, of
last
course.
session for the people and viewers,
Yes.
and just for, to let everybody remember what happened.
Yeah.
Last
Oh boy, stuff happened.
stuff happened.
That
So
stuff happened.
last time on Dragon Ball Z,
Oh my god.
our party, except for Kalina, was still on the ship traveling to Sutherland, and they had awoken to find that Kalina is missing. And Tua, who was her roommate for the night, apparently did not hear anything that had transpired in the night, so they had no leads as of now as to what could have possibly happened to her. They did some further investigation and found quite a few clues that ended up pointing them in the direction of somebody was here. They got onto the ship via magical influence and left the same way. And now they were gone with Kalina, which means they were out at sea, and Kalina could be anywhere in the Four Realms, and they wouldn't know. And Kalina had been taken to the Deep Realm by Azuli, where she was led through twisting dark hallways, guided only by the light of Zuli's flaming hair, to a large room where she was told that she should get dressed and they'll be back for her later. She investigated her room and found quite a few things that led her to believe that this room had previously belonged to the mother of, at least, Nyoka. This person, whoever was last in this room, was probably a lover of Lord Cain. After she dressed herself and was waiting here in the room, the two children fuck, I can't speak. I'm
It's
dying.
okay. Take your time. Take your time.
Chatu, not Kane, Chatu and Yoka came and retrieved her and once again led her through the twisting halls of this almost maze of a castle that she was in to a large set of doors with serpents on them. They wished her good luck and opened the doors for her. Inside, she found nothing but darkness and thousands of tiny little eyes staring back at her. The eyes all led to one spot. And now, here we are again in the Deep Realm. Kalina has made her presence known to the being in the room. Kalina, would you repeat your last line that was spoken?
Hello, Lord Kane.
The figure on the other side of the room does not make any moves or sounds for the time being, as it simply blinks at you. And then it shifts. Well. Wait a minute, where's the... Welcome, Kalina, to my home. Do you know why you're here?
No, but I'm quite sure you're about to tell me. Quite rude if you didn't.
Well, you are correct. I have a deal for you, he says as the room is lit with flame in braziers all around the room. You are now able to see him fully as he is laying amongst a pile of pillows and silks, all of the little snakes gathering around him, all of their eyes fixated on you.
Once Kalina hears what he says, she kind of raises an eyebrow. Oh, you're giving me one of those? Like, kind of annoyed.
Oh god, voice mod is having a time.
Oh, you're using voice Oh,
Yes, I am.
dear. Oh.
Wait, was it not working before? Could you not hear the difference in my voice?
No.
What the fuck? I hate it here. And now voice mod isn't even responding. I'm gonna... A gun.
No.
What do you need? A gun.
No. Oh no.
What do you need? A gun. God damn it. You know what? Fuck it. I don't... Whatever. Screw it. Screw it. Screw it. Why do I
We can
even
figure
try?
it out later.
Why do I even try? Yes. I need to... I would have asked you with the rest of your party present, but, that little bodyguard of yours can be quite untrusting. I needed to talk with you alone.
Well, spit it out then. What do you want?
Well, as you may have guessed from my chest, he says, gesturing to the open cavity in his chest where a heart would usually lie, but for him, there is nothing. I do not have a heart. I was born without one. This caused me many a problem with my family and alienated me from the rest of the gods. And for a long time, I have seeked out a heart of my own. I have tried to find a surrogate heart by taking from others, but I can never find any that would fit. Unfortunately, my snakes, he says, gesturing to the little snakes on the ground, I am beginning to lose control over them in the mortal realm, and they act upon their own accord. My power is fading. So, I need your assistance in finding a way to obtain a heart for me.
Why do you think I would help you with that? You brought me here in the middle of the night.
Like, she's like slowly stepping closer and closer because she's getting pissed. She's getting pissed now.
Took me out of my bed in the middle of the night, brought me to some realm I don't even know where in the deep realm. You never told me. You kidnapped me for the sake of the stars. And you think that I would want to help you?
I suspected that perhaps you would react this way, but let me also offer you this wisdom. Without control of my snakes, I can no longer guarantee the safety of your friends, family, and the lords, who are my own family. I do not wish for any harm to come to them. So,
This Kalina's eyes, they just widen a little bit. And what makes you think I'm going to believe that?
you don't have to believe anything I say. Honestly, I cannot make you. But I would at least like to ask you to hear my... He stutters for a moment, not knowing exactly what to say next. And he kind of shifts awkwardly on his comfy pile, his body language now appearing a little more reserved and less cocky as it had been when you entered the room.
Oh, are you scared of me? You scared? Do I, a little mortal, make the mighty Lord Cain tremble?
At that, he snaps his eyes up to you, and he stands very quickly, looking down upon you. You can see now that he is rather tall, a foot taller than you, in fact, as he towers above you. The little snakes in his hair hissing slightly at you that you have decided to tease their owner. I am not scared of you. I simply do not know if I can trust you with the truth of the gods and my feelings.
Oh, awfully forward, aren't we? Haven't even been kidnapped for an hour and the gods are already telling me their feelings.
I'm loving this. I am loving this. Therapist mode engaged. Yes, Jay. Yes.
It seems that I cannot count on you showing any semblance of pity. Not that I expected it, he says as he sneers. But I'll tell you anyways. As you might expect, someone born without a heart is unheard of. Nobody's ever seen it before. And because of that, I was seen as a defect amongst the gods, while my twin brother, Abelet, was revered and treated as if he was the saving grace of the universe. I was nothing. He was the light of the sun, and I was forever in his shadow. They treated me like I was less than the dirt they walked on. Everything he did was beautiful and grand, but if I tried to copy it, they treated me as if I was a mistake. I always thought I was a mistake because of them. I was always weak compared to them, my other siblings. They used to push me around, and whenever I did not react, because I cannot feel anything, they called me an emotionless monster. They told me I could never love anyone. And when I dared to even try, they cast me down from the starlight realm here into this dark abyss. Like I was nothing.
Like, wait, is like Kane like kind of like towering over her, like kind of leaning over her now? I can imagine it.
Yes.
Because imagine like Kalina, she's actually like kind of leaning back a little bit. Yeah, it's like, like she's letting him talk. She's letting him talk. But once he says something about like the like some like him trying to love, like she kind of like tilts her head a little bit, and then she blinks because it clicks. She doesn't say anything, but it clicks in her brain.
As he is towering over you, he takes a moment to breathe, and you can tell that his breathing is rather labored. His chest is heaving, and he steps back from where he is and sits down once again on the pile of pillows. He almost kind of falls onto them. And then he just sits there for a moment, catching his breath.
Kalina just kind of staring now. It's like, what the fuck just happened? What just happened?
He then looks at her again and says, "The passing of my love has damaged me greatly, not only in the emotional sense, but physically. I was already weak before, but Even though I have no heart, it feels like it's been shattered.
Kalina, she just kind of looks back towards the door for a moment before turning back to him. So, you put me in their room, didn't you? At least that's where I was sent.
He makes a weird, confused face at you, and then kind of looks at you a little bit closer. He now notices the clothes you are wearing. And then he quickly jumps up again, this time less in anger, and it feels more startled. He grasps onto the curtains that are hanging from the ceiling, and he says, "Who put you in that?"
Well, presumably, I presume he's your son, one of them. Nyoka had sent me to a very, very elegant room. Tell me to put on some better clothes because apparently the one you sent to grab me didn't even let me change out of my nightgown.
She kind of crosses her arms at that.
Also, sorry about the background noise. There's a bunch of college kids laughing outside and I hate it.
Nah, you're good, you're good.
So,
Kane just looks down at her. You can see his face kind of scrunch up in a bunch of very faint and vague emotions, if you could call them that. As he is almost hiding behind the draperies. And the little snakes that are on the floor and the ones in his hair kind of swarm around him, almost trying to comfort him.
Now, this Kalina does not expect. And she actually does take a step forward. She doesn't say anything, but kind of slowly approaching.
Kane does not say anything. He just watches her with milky white eyes.
she looked like me, didn't she?
He lets go of the curtain and he kneels down towards you and he brings his face a little closer. There is about a foot of distance in between the two of you now.
Oh.
You can see the faintness of his actual pupils behind the clouding as they scan over your face. And his face contorts into one of great sadness. And then he says, "You do look just like her."
You sure you still want to offer me that deal?
He kind of slumps a little bit from his position. And he says, no matter how much it pains me to see that you are like her, I cannot wait any longer for help.
Kalina, she just lets out a sigh and says, "Alright then. Talk. What is this deal?"
I have heard from sources that in the mortal realm there had been a child that was born without a heart, and they grew a new one, as they would have in the womb, and that child lived. Now, I don't know how it was able to be done, but I have needed somebody to find this out and research how such a feat is possible, and then to aid me in doing so. There is little that can be done on the side of mortals that can help me, but I know that my godly family may be able to offer some assistance. And, well, I cannot contact them, unfortunately, as it has been, well, I have been banished from ever seeing any of them. I need somebody to act as my voice. Somebody who is not of my blood.
So why me? Out of all the people in the mortal realm, out of all the people you could have chosen, why me?
Well, not we. I had sent my 2 sons to stop your party from progressing on your journey, as I knew that it would lead you to me, and, well, obviously you would think me wicked and want to kill me. And, of course, I could not have that, so I sent my sons to stop you, discourage you from continuing your mission. And in that, Nyoka had become attached to you. I now see why. But he was able to dig up information on you and told me of how you have been revered in the mortal realm as a diplomat and a scholar.
I kind of regret playing that game with him now. Fuck. Fuck! Oh no!
And with the help of your friends and the connections that you have, I believe that you are the best person to help me.
The lady, she just kind of looks at him. Just. just still kind of in shock. It's like he thought that just more in shock that like he would think of her to like help him. It's like, wow, it's only been like a week and I've already got asked for help from 2 deities. Or 3.
Lamau.
3. Hasn't even been a week yet.
Lamau.
That's how big a brain she has,
Big brain.
boys.
Big brain. Big brain.
Such big brain. Anyway. She just sort of thinks for a moment. And then looks at him. What would the catch of the deal be?
The,
If you know I'm a diplomat, you know that all deals have strings attached.
well, the only string would be that you have to keep in contact with me, as I cannot hear you from the mortal realm. It is too far a distance. It would require you to have to be transported between the mortal realm and this realm on a periodic basis. But
How?
I do know that you have a friend in your little party that is quite affluent in messaging enchantments. I believe Nyoka told me he goes by the name of Clement.
Kalina's eyes, they sort of widen.
Swear, if you threaten him in any way,
Why would I do that? He would be more than helpful to my cause if you were to get him on my side. If you could get him to send messages in between the mortal realm and here, it would require you to have to come here less often, which I'm sure you would much like.
yes, it would be nice.
And she kind of shivers a little bit because it's cold. It's cold.
Why is steam opening, motherfucker?
Why is steam opening?
I know that this realm is cold. I feel it too, as I am, of course, cold-blooded. A snake. The darkness, I don't
I never
mind.
would have guessed.
The darkness,
She
of
kind of
course,
says
I
it
don't
like a little
mind.
joke.
Lamau. The darkness, of course, I don't mind, as I do not have the best eyesight. It's much better than that of the Star or Light realm, with its constant glaring lights everywhere. It hurt all the time.
And she just kind of like looks at him and just kind of blinks.
Yes, there are many things physically wrong with me. Not just the missing heart.
So what would I get out of that deal?
You will be revered as a hero, and I cannot promise this, but once I get a heart and regain my strength, I could give you the powers of a demigod. I could give you anything in the world you wanted,
Clearly, she just kind of blinks and is a little taken aback. Like, she doesn't even say anything. She's just staring, like... It's like wide-eyed. Just... Oh my god.
So, would you consider the mission?
She's a little quiet for a moment. Would I be able to think on it?
Yes.
Alright. And what would happen if I don't take this deal with you, Lord Kane?
Well, I would have to keep you separated from your party in that case. I cannot have you divulging any of this information to the outside world. I would not want to hurt you, but I cannot let your party reach the final destination that is killing me. 'Cause without me, well, the world falls into ruin.
It's balance, isn't it?
Of course, it's always been about balance. My godly family refuses to acknowledge the fact that while my brother is light and good, and he is the sun, that I am the darkness and the coolness that lies in the shadows. The shade under the trees, which you lay under in a hot day. The night that cools down from the summer heat. Without my presence, the world would burn. Your crops would wither, and famine and drought would take the entire mortal realm with it. My existence is very important, even if nobody will acknowledge it.
So, to summarize this deal, if I agree to help you with getting a heart or whatever you want, I would get to go back and only have to visit you every now and then.
Yes. And, of course, my followers would be at your disposal for any assistance you needed.
Even Azuli out there?
I take it you don't like her, so if you would rather, then...
Not particularly, you know. She sort of dragged me out of bed, threatened to burn me on several occasions.
Kane sort of... You can see a twitch in his face where he is trying to suppress a little bit of irritation. I knew it was a bad idea to send her apologies for her actions and words.
Kalina, she's a little surprised that you would apologize.
It's like, apology accepted. Well, You said I could have some time to think about this deal, yes?
Of course.
Alright. How long?
You may have a full 24 hours.
24 hours. Alright.
If you decide before then, do not hesitate to come back to this room. I will be here.
Alright. Well, I guess that's a deal then. Can agree on one thing.
He gives a slight smile to her. His
Well,
fangs glinting in the flame light.
Teeth.
Teeth.
Teeths. Teeth.
His teeths. Him teeths.
Yeah, Kalina, she sort of gives a nod and says, well, should I go back to my room then?
Of course. My two sons will escort you back.
Alright. And she sort of gives a little bow. And then she starts towards the door.
As you near the door, it opens for you, and on the other side stand Nyoka and Chatu, who wait for you to exit the room with held breath. As the door closes behind you and they stand on either side of you, Nyoka quickly grabs your arm and looks up at you. He's like, well, how'd it go? What happened?
Well, noticed I looked like your mum.
Chatu chuckles as Nyoka just kind of stares up at you with big eyes.
Oh.
You're not very subtle about it, you know, he says to Nyoka.
Oh, just Nyoka. He's baby. He's baby.
Nyoka then hisses slightly and whispers to Chatu, hey, it's not my fault. I never got to meet Mom. You had her for, 6 years? I never got to see her once except pictures. And they're all old and faded now.
No. Oh. Oh. Kalina, she just sort of holds up a hand. Boys. Before she even realizes what she's doing.
At that, Chatu stops walking as the group of you were walking rather slowly. He stops and just laughs.
And Kalina didn't even realize that she did that. Just like, and then she just kind of pinches the bridge of her nose and lets out a sigh. This is what I get for having siblings, doesn't it?
Chatu just continues laughing to the point where he
Mama
is...
Kalina.
Mama Kalina.
Oh my
Chatu
God.
is doubled over.
Has a nice ring to it.
Laughing. He is wheezing. He thinks this is very hilarious.
Oh my God.
My microphone fell.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ignore the noises.
But yeah, Kalina, she just kind of glares at Chatu.
He then turns towards
Very
her,
stern look.
wiping his eyes of the tears that were forming as he tries to calm himself down. Whew. You really do act like her too. That's funny.
Great. Oh,
Almost too funny. His smile drops a little bit as he turns forward to the hall and says, almost too funny, as he continues walking.
Kalina doesn't even really know what to say. She's just kind of like... just silent.
The rest of the walk is rather uneventful, and then you are brought before the large golden doors again of the room where Chatu opens the door for you and says, well, if you need anything, there is a little bell on the wall next to the door that you can ring. We'll hear it and come to your aid. You are also welcome to join us all for dinner in about... He checks a little trinket from his pocket and says, 3 hours. We will stop by at that time, and if you would like to come, you may, but do not feel obligated.
Why do I feel like Kalina's stomach would growl at this instance? Because, like, she hasn't eaten anything at all that day. She was kidnapped in the middle of the night, didn't eat breakfast, didn't eat lunch. She hasn't eaten anything all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like, just comedic timing of her stomach growling.
But if you would like to eat alone in your room, we can, of course, bring you something. Or you can wait for dinner. The option is yours.
I think I'll wait. I could use some rest. Have a lot to think about after all.
Of course. Chatu then turns away and starts walking down the hall as Nyoka is the last one standing in the door, and he moves forward and wraps his arm around you in a little hug, and he squeezes, and he says, all right, see you at dinner then. And he quickly moves back and then waves to you as the doors begin to close.
She does a little wave back.
And with that, you are left alone again in the room.
Where's a bed?
In the...
She is going to flop on it.
In the middle of the room, there lies a large bed, 4-post, with
oh damn,
large curtains that start at the ceiling and then go to the floor.
oh damn, bro.
The room is fairly well lit, but if you were to draw the curtains, it would black out your bed entirely in it. You see...
I think I'll do that, yeah.
You see that the bed itself is rather large, as it would probably be for someone who is much taller than yourself. It's like a king-size bed, but longer as well.
And Kalina, she notices this. And she's kind of like thinking, did they share a bed? Probably.
As you look...
But then she,
Sorry.
like, oh, sorry, go. No, you go.
Okay.
You go.
As you're looking around at the bed, you notice that there are 2 bedside tables. One is significantly more dusty than the other.
Oh.
The one that is closest to you is the one that is more dusty, and the one on the other side of the bed seems that it has been used more recently than the other, but it has still been a while since anybody has touched it.
Hmm.
Oh, my knee. Ouch.
Kalina, she just sort of sighs and then just kind of sits on the bed at first before lying down.
The bed itself is very soft, and the sheets and comforters are plush.
Ooh, fancy.
This is definitely a luxury bed.
Kalina, she just sort of sinks into it. And lets out a sigh.
Would you like to sleep now?
Yeah. She has a lot to think about and she needs rest.
Alright. Go ahead and take a short rest.
Oh, okay, hold on. Short rest, short rest, short rest.
Not that you
Back.
need it, probably.
Yeah,
But hey.
but still.
Yeah. Alright, short rest has been taken.
Alright. Now, as you are lying in the bed, you hear the muffled sound of knocking.
She doesn't get up. She doesn't. She's just so tired. She just curls up into the bed even more. Kind of just like lets out an annoyed groan.
The knocking comes again, this time a little bit more firm and loud.
She lifts her head up to say, "In a minute." But then immediately just flops her head back onto the pillow.
You hear the soft creaking of the door opening, and then you hear footsteps as they near the bed, and a soft voice whispers to you, Kalina, it's dinner's ready.
Oh yeah. Like she lifts her head up. Like to see you and just kind of slowly opening her eyes, very tired.
Overhead you can see Nyoka, who has drawn back the curtain of the bed just a little bit, and he is leaned in looking at you. He gives you a little smile as you open your eyes.
Oh. Yeah, she said, just give me a moment. I know it's not morning, but I'm not a morning person. And she sort of sits up in bed and just rubs her eyes.
Nyoka gently draws back the curtains of the bed and ties them back in place with the golden ropes that were there. And and you see him kneel down and move something on the floor.
Can I look over?
Yeah.
See what he did?
As you do, you notice that he had grabbed the shoes that you were wearing and had taken off before you got into bed and placed them at the bedside so that when you so that when you had put your feet over the side of the bed, you'd be able to put them on.
Aww. Aww. That's so sweet. Like, Kalina, she sees this, it's just like, aw. For me?
He looks at you and he kind of scratches the back of his neck a little bit and
Aw. You really are sweet.
he smiles a little bit, looking away.
Oh, he's just baby.
He's baby. He's baby.
He's baby. But yeah, Kalina, she like sits up and like puts on her shoes before stepping out of the bed.
Nyoka has now moved towards the door where he is standing almost at attention with his hands behind his back, waiting for you.
And she goes towards him and the door. Even though she's still very tired. And she looks very tired.
As you approach, he holds out his hand for you.
She takes it.
The doors begin to open, and on the other side is Chatu, who gives you a slight smile and nods before turning away to be your guide to dinner.
Yeah. I just realized Kalina... No, she probably took off her makeup when she went to bed before she got napped.
Yeah.
I was just thinking just like she might have raccoon eyes.
Yeah.
But no. No.
It's dark here. Nobody cares.
It's dark. No one cares.
Yeah.
Yeah. Onward! Onward to dinner!
As you are led through a whole new area of this castle, if you could call it this, you hear the hustle and bustle of quite a bit of people as you're nearing an area where you see the glow of candlelight from down the hallway.
Ooh.
There is laughter and merriment in this area. It feels less cold as you enter this room into a large dining room where there is a large hearth with a elemental fire burning within it.
Ooh. Damn, this place is fancy!
There are various soldiers and interesting folk milling about in this area where there are long tables set up. And at the highest point of the room, there is a table set up with 3 seats. 2 smaller, 1 larger. There's nobody sat there currently.
Kalina, she does sort of look at Chatu and Yoka, like she can assume where they would go, but
Nyoka then says, "Oh, I guess I'll have to bring out the chair for you. I guess I haven't done that yet." Chatu then turns to Nyoka and says, "Well, that chair hasn't been used in 16 years.
oh boy. Oh dear.
Nyoka kind of shyly looks down and just, yeah.
Wait, is Kalina still holding his hand?
Yes.
She squeezes it a little bit.
He looks up at her a little bit and smiles at the squeezing of his hand.
So, I guess she just kind of lets him do his thing.
Yes.
Do the thing!
You are walked through the large dining room, past many people. Some of the older looking soldiers take second glances of you and
Oh.
stare a little bit longer as you walk by.
Oh no. Oh. Damn, they probably think they're seeing a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
And soon enough, you are brought to the table. And Chatu and Nyoka kind of wait there for a second as Chatu crosses his arms and looks around over the dining room somewhat impatiently. And from one of the side doors, you see somebody rush in holding a chair. It is a very nice chair.
Ooh.
Beautiful carved wood and upholstery.
Ooh.
And the velvet that is upholstered on it is of a deep purple.
Yeah, that seems very fitting. This is so weird.
Yeah, weird time.
This is so weird.
The chair is brought up to the table, and the rest of the chairs are shifted a little bit. Kalina's chair is placed next to the larger one, with the 2 slightly smaller chairs on either side of her and the other chair.
And Kalina, she does look around a little bit just to see if there's anything else interesting in the room before she sits down.
As you look around, now you can see that quite a few people have stopped, mostly older individuals, and they have stopped their conversations and are now talking to each other in hushed tones as they are looking up at the table where you, Nyoka, and Chatu are.
Kalina, she does sort of, like, not like shy away, but just sort of looks over at Chatu and Nyoka, and she just sort of says, I really do look like her, don't I? She kind of looks down at her outfit, too. A little self-conscious.
Nyoka kind of rubs the back of his head awkwardly and says, yeah. I mean, it's not really a bad thing, though. Mum was very pretty, so. He says as he, like, smiles a little awkwardly.
Oh.
Chatu, on the other hand, isn't paying attention at the moment as he is talking to the person who brought up the chair. As it is right now, you cannot hear what they're saying, but you could choose to listen in.
I will. Yeah, I think I will. Finally, I get to open my dice case.
Yes!
Finally!
Roll your dice!
Finally!
Roll your
Roll
dice.
my dice!
Roll your dice.
Perception check?
Yeah.
Alright, perception. Where's perception? Okay. Alright, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That is an 11 for what I rolled, and then plus 2, that's a 13.
Alright.
So not bad.
No.
Not bad.
As you notice their whispers and try to listen in, you hear the man who brought up the chair say, do you know if Lord Kane is going to be attending dinner tonight? Chatu shakes his head and says, I'm not sure. Father didn't say anything about it, but who knows? Considering we have a guest, he might.
Is it weird to say that I'm kind of hoping he goes? Is it kind of weird to say that? I'm also just intrigued to see what the fuck's gonna happen.
The
Like Kalina, she doesn't say. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
The soldier then sighs a little bit and says, he's really been holed away up in his room ever since, well, you know. But it's gotten worse these past few months. I'm kind of worried about him, you know? Aren't you? Chatu sighs heavily and says, of course I'm worried about him. He's my father. But there's nothing I can do. I mean, hell, the only thing I could do is rip my own heart out of my chest and give it to him. But then we'd both be dead. The guy kind of inhales a little bit, eyes wide, and then kind of looks to the side awkwardly.
Oh.
He's like, yeah, guess that wouldn't be of much help, but,
Oh no.
I mean, I hope he does come out. Maybe it would do him some good just to, you know, be around people that care about him.
Aw. Aw. I think it's an aw.
Chatu gives a slight smile and says, yeah, I know how much you all worry. All of us are. Chatu looks out over the group of people that are there. And then you hear Chatu say, even more quiet than before, things haven't been quite the same since she passed.
I think Kalina will shift a little bit after hearing that. To kind of shift in place a little. Because she's a little... It's a little awkward.
It is a little awkward.
It's very awkward.
You then hear a little bell chime, and all of the people in the room then move to their seats, including Chatu and Nyoka. Chatu takes his seat on the chair that is the furthest from you, on the opposite side of the large one.
Nyoka is the one sitting closest to me.
Yep.
Of course Nyoka is.
And Nyoka sits in the chair closest to yours. Do you take your seat?
Yes, I do.
You take your seat and are waiting for a moment before a door opens up and a large line of servants with platters start to pour into the room as they all very efficiently and quickly place down platters upon platters of different foods.
Oh, damn.
Fruits, roasted vegetables, meats, smoked, cured, roasted, all the like. Something you
Fuck yeah.
wouldn't quite expect from a realm this dark and, well, depressing.
Yeah. It's kind of dark and a little dingy.
A line of servants then come up to the table that you are at and place down all the platters and your silverware and plates before you, and then take off the silver lids of the platters, revealing the fresh, hot food that lays before you.
Kalina, she does look up at the servant in front of her and like she says,
Thank you.
An older one that looks to be about in his 60s, you would guess, then smiles to you and says, "You're welcome, lady." And then he pauses quickly before he purses his lips, and then smiles and nods before retreating back with the rest of the servants.
Oh. Kalina, she does feel a little awkward after that. Because she knows what he was about to say.
Yep. Welcome back, Jade.
Jade, you just missed something very awkward.
You missed the awkwardness, Tien.
You missed the awkwardness.
Good.
Oh, okay, but yeah, like Kalina, she starts eating her food because she's hungry.
As you're eating, you notice that the room itself, other than the sounds of people getting food and eating, it is rather quiet. Not a lot of conversation is happening currently. And on the other end of the table, you notice that Chatu has not touched any of the food that he has put on his plate.
Microwave! Microwave noises!
Damn you. Damn you and your microwave noises.
No, it wasn't me this time.
Dang it, Cat.
Don't cuss out, Cat!
I said dang it.
Don't cuss out! That's close! Anyway. Yeah, Kalina, she does look over at Chatu. And she says,
You're not hungry? You barely touched your food.
He kind of swallows a little bit heavily and then says, I'm fine. Just... And then his eyes kind of
I think I
shift a little bit around.
I think I know what it might be. I'm guessing it isn't as quiet usually.
Yeah.
And then Kalina, like, she's quiet, and then she's like pokes a little bit at her food.
Oh dang!
Damn
Honk.
it! I heard a car horn. Damn it! That picked up on the mic.
Yeah,
No.
that was quite a hefty honk. Okay.
Yeah, it was a hefty honk.
As everybody is waiting with bated breath, you hear a slight sound come from the direction of the door that you had entered through.
Oh.
And at this,
Yeah, go ahead.
Chatu very quickly stands up and then makes his way over to the door.
Is it him?
Who knows?
Is it him?
You cannot see past the threshold of the door as the hallway is dark, but you see Chatu extend his hand upwards a little bit. And you see a much larger hand take his.
So small. Jeff is so small.
And then Lord Kane steps into the room.
Lord Kane! He did come to dinner! And Kalina sees this and her eyes, like, widen a little bit.
As Kane crosses the room, you notice that his steps are rather uneasy. And
Wait, so he is, like, in his human form now?
he was before, and he is now still.
Oh. I thought he's still, like he with, like, the snake body.
No.
Oh, okay.
He has the snake friends and the snake hair, not snake body.
Okay. Why is there a motor outside? No!
I can hear it.
Oh!
Damn fucking frat
I
kids.
apo-
Frat boys.
No, it's just more living in the city.
Mm.
It's more living in the city. There's a lot of cars. There's a lot of honking.
That's what the city's like.
Yeah. It's more the fact that they're intentionally revving their engine.
Oh yeah.
Small dick.
At least you don't have construction literally right next to you.
Oh no, we do have construction
Wow.
literally right next to us. We actually do.
Lamau, let me continue.
They're renovating some parts
Oh,
of
wow.
campus.
Everybody shut the fuck up.
Yeah, anyway, like Kalina, she does see Kane's steps are a little uneasy. And she almost instinctively stands up. But, like, almost, but she does, like, sit back down.
It would
Like,
seem,
kind of awkwardly.
It would seem that Chatu got up because he knew that he would need help. He takes his father's arm as they reach the small amount of stairs that lead to the raised area that this table is on. And Kane kind of leans into Chatu as a brace.
Oh dear.
Kalina, you can see that as Kane ascends the stairs, his steps are more wobbly as he has to raise his legs more.
Oh dear. She is getting kind of concerned now. And she's just like you can see it on her face. Visibly concerned.
Nyoka then stands up and goes behind you to the other chair and pulls it out for Kane. Kane then braces himself against the chair a little bit as he sits down. And when he is finally seated, he sighs in relief a little bit before turning to you and smiling and saying, "Good evening, Kalina. Did you have a good rest?"
Yes, I did. Nyeka had to persuade me a bit to get up, actually.
Not a morning person?
Never have been. Probably never will be.
He chuckles a little bit at this and says, "Likewise."
Kind of bonding. Maybe. Kind of
bonding, maybe.
Kind of bonding. Maybe. Yay! Yeah, Kalina, like, she wants to say something, but she doesn't know what to say. Mostly given of how, like, he had to get help from both his kids in order to get out there.
Yeah. Kane kind of looks back at you from as he was getting some food and putting it on his plate, and then says, "Is everything all right, Kalina?"
Yes. I just... You weren't kidding when you said that your power had weakened. Didn't really expect that.
Yes, this is the worst it has been. These past few months have been very hard on me. I've been getting weaker by the day. His face looks a little, crestfallen.
Oh.
But I must remain strong for my people and my sons, he says as he smiles a little sadly at you.
It's very noble of you. It can't be easy.
A lot of things have never been easy for me, but it just urges me to keep going and try harder.
Like she does, like, tilt her head a little bit. And just kind of smiles before going back to her food.
Dinner continues.
Is it normally this quiet about here? Okay.
I'm sorry.
Is it normally this quiet?
No, it's okay, it's okay.
You're good.
I'm guessing it normally isn't this quiet around here.
No. Not that I come out here much anymore, but I can always hear the laughter and chatter from down in my room.
I'm pretty sure I know why they're so quiet. I stick out like a sore thumb, don't I? They probably think they're seeing a ghost.
Yes, it's been a long time since there have been 4 seats at this table.
Kalina doesn't really know what to say after that. She's just kind of poking at her food now. She isn't even eating it.
On your other side, you feel Nyoka reach for your hand and squeeze it a little bit.
Oh, Nyoka. Nyoka. Oh. And then she looks at him. And she smiles a little bit. Oh. Oh, Nyoka.
As you look over at him, you notice that he had paused eating, and on his other hand, he has some meat juice and sauce, and then on his cheeks there is a little bit of food.
Oh no.
As he smiles a little awkwardly at you.
Oh my god. Kalina does chuckle a little bit at this.
You got a little something on your face.
He kind of like
Oh.
winds his eyes a little bit as he reaches for the napkin in his lap and then tries to wipe it away, but
God damn it!
he misses the spot.
There's so many motorists outside. What the fuck?
Loud bitches.
What he missed? He missed a little bit?
Yeah. He got most of it, but he missed a little bit.
Yeah. Like she kind of points to the spot like on her face where it would be. It's like, right here.
He wipes in that spot, but on the opposite side.
Oh my god. Kalina, she just sort of sighs a little bit, and then she takes the napkin and wipes it for him.
He smiles a little awkwardly and then says, "Thanks, before he slaps his hand over his mouth, his eyes going extremely wide.
Oh. Kalina, like, her eyes widen a little bit too, and she freezes a bit. It's alright. And she just sets the napkin back down. I feel like that's not going to be the first time that happens. And not just from you.
Nyoka is kind of hunched over a little bit now. Kind of guilty. And he whispers to you, "Sorry."
No. No, don't be. It's not your fault.
He doesn't say anything, but he just kind of sits there awkwardly. On your other side, you notice that Kane had gone a little bit stiff.
Now Kalina really feels like a sore thumb.
Can I excuse myself for a moment, please?
Kane turns to you and says, of course.
And then Kalina stands up. And is there any, like, offside room that she can go in? Or anything aside from the main entrance?
There seems to be 2 little doors at the base of the stairs on either side of the raised area where your table is.
I think she's gonna go through one of them.
Right.
Maybe a little bit of a fast walk.
As you go through the doors, you are greeted by darkness, but you can make out what seems to be a lounging area with old couches and chairs and a hearth that has no fire.
I think Kalina's just gonna, like, sit down on one of the couches. There's a lot going through her head right now. She might be panicking a little bit internally.
On the other side of the room, where the other door is, opposite to the one you had entered, you hear a slight creaking, and then footsteps as someone enters the room.
She does lift her head up to see who it is, if she can see through the darkness.
As you look up, you can see the silhouette of someone, and you can see green eyes looking back at you before the person sits down on the couch next to you.
Chatu?
He leans in towards you and he puts one of his hands over yours and he says, "Are you okay, Kalina?"
I don't know. Just feels so I don't know. Normally at functions like this, I don't.
She can't even speak. She can't even speak.
This is a lot. A lot.
I know. Everybody's treating you like her. Can't be easy. Everybody's seeing you as somebody else.
Yes, a little bit, but it almost feels like I'm. Oh, what's a good word? Like a replacement. Like, I don't know, it feels so off.
He then shifts on the couch, turning towards you more, and takes your other hand in his and holds them both and says,
Oh.
"You are never going to be a replacement for anybody. It doesn't matter that you look like or sometimes do things that remind us of our mother. You're never going to be her, and we don't expect you to. I know that Nyoka is hurting because, well, he never got to meet our mother. She died after giving birth to him, so there's a part of his life that is missing, and he is desperately yearning for someone to be there, like our mother should have been, but couldn't. And he's still a kid. And I know that doesn't excuse his behavior.
Can't be much older than him, can you?
And try to take a guess.
She kind of like squints at him because it is a little bit dark.
19?
You're too kind. I'm only 2 years younger than you are. I'm 22.
Oh. What?
Surprising, isn't it?
A little, yeah. Just a bit. I do appreciate you coming in to check on me.
Of course. My role has always been to comfort the ones who are hurt. It's what I'm good at.
Guess that's one thing we can agree on.
Even in the darkness, you can see that he smiles before he opens his arms for you and invite.
Oh yeah, hug. Hug time. And she's so much taller than him too, so she just kind of like swallows him.
Yeah. He's small,
Yeah.
small man.
Yeah, he's so small compared to her.
Mm-hmm.
Just so short. And I love it.
Tiny, short man.
Yeah.
As you hug him, he speaks to you. You are a wonderful woman, Kalina. Though you will never be a replacement for our mother, you're going to make somebody very happy someday. With that warm heart of yours. That keen mind.
Kalina, like, she could feel her face getting like a little red. So
Yeah, I've tried that.
As he pulls back from the hug, you can see a little bit of a cheeky grin on his face as he says, "What? Not one for romance?"
No, it's not that. Just most of the suitors that I've been presented with, they've only ever been after my family status,
Oh.
to be honest. Yeah. Life as a noblewoman.
Mm.
And then I would just be treated as the trophy wife.
You're so much more than a trophy wife.
Thank you! Thank you! Which is why I'm making a name for myself. I'm not just going to let myself go to waste.
I have an immense amount of respect for you, Mrs. Brightwood.
You can still say miss.
if you want.
Of course, of course. Cheeky banter.
I love it. I love it. But yeah, like Kalina, she does like get back at the door. I probably should head back out. Don't want to keep him waiting too long.
Yeah.
Plus, I think my food might have gotten cold.
Yeah. And I know you're hungry, so come on.
Yeah.
He says as he stands up and holds his hand out for you to take.
Yeah. Get up and do it. Yeah.
Chatu
Also,
then...
just in general, I apologize for all the background noise outside that's been going on.
No, you're good. It's not your
I
fault.
am so sorry.
It's not your fault.
Ah.
As
How long have we been going for?
almost 2 hours. So we're gonna be taking a
Okay,
break.
so we're almost at the break time and then switching over, because I've been feeling very awkward with only just me and Eros talking.
Yeah.
Because we need the others in the spotlight.
Yeah.
We need them. It isn't just the campaign of Kalina. It isn't this, that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, I guess that's true,
Yeah.
Jade. I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, since you were coming home from school and break.
Sirens. We will.
Oh, yes. God damn it.
Can't have shit in Detroit.
Don't you laugh, cat. I see you laughing over there. Why?
Let's just keep
Police
going.
are coming for me.
Let's just keep going. Ah, the situation's too awkward. They're gonna arrest us.
Let's go. It's too awkward. They're arresting us. They're coming for me first. Run.
Oh my god, why is it so loud? Holy
It's driving
shit.
right by the building.
Jesus.
I think it's fading now. We can continue.
Yeah. Okay. Chatu then walks you back into the main dining room, up the stairs, and to your seat, where he pulls it out for you.
Aww. That's sweet.
You notice Nyoka kind of look up at you like a awkward yet guilty child.
And then she, like, as she sits down, she just takes his hand and squeezes. That's their thing now. That's their thing.
Squeezy.
It's their thing now.
Me.
Yeah.
Now that
It's
you
8
have...
o'clock, by the way.
Yeah. Now that you have entered the room, you notice that it's not as quiet as it was before. There is chatter happening about, and the people have begun to banter amongst themselves.
That's more like it.
Among the crowd, you can see quite a few rambunctious soldiers tossing things at one another or elbowing each other and laughing over
Sounds like the frat guys outside.
Yep.
Because I just started screaming at the same time you started talking about that.
Lord have mercy. Among these people, you recognize Azuli, who is
great.
sitting over with a group of other Nala Srirachas. And they are all chatting and talking. But Azuli glances up and catches your eye and you can see behind her hand, where her mouth is, you see her smirk slightly, then she winks at you before turning back to her group.
Kalina, she kind of huffs a little bit because she still doesn't really like her. She really doesn't. She kind of like grips her silverware a little tighter.
No, I'm not gonna make that joke. It's stupid.
What joke are you gonna make, bitch?
What are you gonna make?
Do it.
Speak.
Does Kalina think that she's hot?
Cause fire. Ha! Funny joke.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a stupid joke.
Slaps knee.
No puns are stupid. Know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Kalina is straight.
Great.
Kalina
I
is
know.
straight.
Unlike your lesbian
That's
ass.
sad.
Yeah, exactly.
That's sad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
A lesbian
that's
playing a
just her.
straight woman?
More likely than you
What?
think.
God damn it! Can we continue?
Yes. Kalina, on your other side, you notice that Kane has stopped eating, as well, he hasn't really eaten much off of his plate, but he has kind of just stopped eating and he is now sitting back in his chair.
Kalina, she does sort of look over at him. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Fuck, hold on. No!
No thought,
I
head
had a line
empty.
to say, and
No
now it's
thought, head
gone.
empty.
Uh,
No thoughts, head empty.
Okay, like she looks over at him, like kind of a little concerned, and she says, "Doesn't make it difficult to hold stuff down." Sorry if I'm intruding, but
No, it's quite alright. Sometimes, but I've just had my fill.
I see.
she's so awkward. She's never this awkward.
You can see the little snakes in his hair, that before were kind of active and all, moving about, making sounds. They've all kind of drooped down and are resting themselves curled up against the ever so slight warmth of his body and nestled into his hair.
Kalina sees this and she smiles a little bit. It's like, I never thought that those snakes would look so cute.
At that, you can see a slight purple tinge appear on Kane's cheeks.
Oh.
As
Oh.
as one of the snakes, one that is fairly close to you, lifts its little head and tilts.
Oh, hello. Sorry, did I wake you?
It sticks its little tongue out at you.
Oh. Oh, little snake. She does hold up her finger a little bit.
It extends its head forward and bonks against your finger before sticking its tongue out. Before sticking its tongue out and flicking it against the tip of your finger.
Kalina, like, she laughs a little bit.
Kane kind of smiles a little bit. as you notice some of the other snakes are starting to perk up a little bit, noticing that their companion is getting attention from somebody.
Oh god. Oh no. I think I know what's coming. And will you stop screaming? Jesus Christ!
Nice. The other
I am so sorry for the background noise.
the other little snakes all sort of gently move their heads over to you. Well, the ones that are on that side of Kane's head, at least. They're all kind of extending curiously their little heads, all to get a sniff of what's going on over here.
Kalina, she can't help but like smile more. And she holds out her hand, like fully extends her hand. They're awfully friendly now, aren't they?
Kane kind of awkwardly shifts his eyes and smiles, and he says, "Not usually, but they seem to like you."
Well, it's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, if you get on the bad side, the bites can be rather nasty.
Oh dear. They ever bitten you before?
I hope not.
Nah, they're part of me. They're attached, he says, as he pulls a strand of his hair back, revealing that the snake itself is a part of his scalp. You can see where his scalp ends and where the snake's scales begin, in a soft gradient from his skin to the scales.
Wow.
Oh.
It's interesting.
All of my siblings and I have these snakes that we were born with. Some of us more or less than others.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, from what I've read, including your twin brother, you have 4 other siblings, correct? Or is it 3?
Yes, 4 is correct. I've got Avina, Hoth, and Kos.
Ah, yes.
And
It's
then,
been a while since I've read about them, but I feel like I remember at least a little bit.
well, if you have any burning questions about them, I'd be happy to answer.
There is one thing that's always sort of piqued my interest. Wait, what's the
Jack Black Dionysus guy's name again?
Hoth.
Hoth?
Hoth.
Okay. There is one question I have about Hoth. It's a little silly, but I do remember reading about a story about how he got his snakes in his beard, but that the history was a little muddled in some way, that no one could figure it out.
Oh, yes, I know well about this story. Every mortal seems
Kalina,
to
like, she does,
think-
like, lean a little bit closer for, like, because she's really interested now. It's like, oh,
All the-
lore.
all the mortals seem to think that after grapes started growing on him, the snakes found their way to him and made their homes in his beard. But he was actually born with them. They sprout on either side of his jaw, in line with his mouth.
Ah, I see.
It would be somewhat funny if the former were the case, though, I will admit.
Yes, if that were true, I wouldn't have a hard time believing it. He is a rather, how should I say, bumbling individual.
Dear.
Love him so much.
We always used to say that his heart didn't start out as the color of wine, it's just been stained that way.
Kalina, like, that reaction is both my reaction and Kalina's reaction. Just full out snort.
I don't think I'd ever seen a day when that man wasn't drunk. Didn't help that he was already fully grown by the time I came around.
Oh dear. Oh my. I will admit, I didn't think we'd be laughing over dinner. Given the circumstances.
Yes, true. It's not something I honestly would have expected either. I usually don't come to dinner, but, Chatu convinced me.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
And she kind of looks over at Chatu to say,
Chatu, noticing this, turns away slightly, hand over his fist over his mouth, as he pretends he didn't hear that.
It's like, yeah, go and ignore me all you want.
He said it would be good for me to come out and see all the people. He said they'd been rather worried, and that, it would make them feel better if they saw that I was still alright.
Yes. I did overhear some conversations about that when I was coming in here.
I don't doubt that. Some people are so worried about me, they think a slight breeze will kill me.
She kind of is quiet for a moment before she says, I have thought about our deal.
At that, he kind of raises his eyebrows a little bit, but doesn't say anything.
And I accept.
He kind of stares at you for just a moment and blinks, and then on his face slowly creeps a smile, and the little snakes in his hair all kind of flick out their tongues and kind of wiggle around as he starts
Wiggly.
perking up more. You will?
Yes. As long as you hold up your end of the deal, I'll hold up mine.
as she sort of holds out her hand.
He takes your hand with both of his and clasps it gently, and then says, of course, anything that you need.
All right.
And she like does like a little bit of a bow.
Lady Kalina Brightwood, at your service.
You can see that he is hardly containing his joy as the little snakes,
Why am I helping the big baddie? What the fuck?
as his little snakes on his head almost bounce and bob.
I was persuaded by the baby snacks. I
The
was
snacks.
persuaded by the snacks.
The snacks. His baby
Ah.
snacks.
Yeah. Oh, just baby snacks. I love them. I love them.
And with that, we're going to take a break.
Yes, please take a break.
Break time.
Because I've been talking for a while, and also these guys,
Then-
including the birthday boy. Yeah, including the birthday boy. They still haven't gotten a chance to talk or play yet.
Oh, they
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
We've got
Fun.
oh yeah, we get to
Yeah.
we get to break out the interesting route. Since you accepted.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
Because I had like 5 different slides
Purposeful.
prepared depending on what
Oh.
she said. So like
I just hope that it isn't bad.
no, it's not. It's good. Don't you worry.
Okay, good.
Everything's gonna go
Good.
perfectly fine.
Okay.
Unless Tagok decides to do some crazy shit.
Take.
Tagok.
Oh no.
Tagok.
Now
I
you have to
really
get
like
into
these
character.
characters, but now that I have to play Tagok, I have to be really mean to them. I have to be upset and grumpy.
Yeah.
I am
Weird.
curious though, like
Don't act too
since
rational.
Kalina accepted, like she can go to like, if I'm not mistaken, she can go to and from the deep realm, right?
Yes.
Would Tagok be able to accompany her?
Yes.
She's gonna throw some hands.
Yes, but
Yes.
but that might not be in your best interest, and you'll find out why
Yeah.
in a little bit after the break. I'll do like a quick wrapping
Also
up.
because
Yeah.
Tagok would throw some hands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't
that's
have-
my main concern.
It would
though.
be on site.
It would be
Yeah.
funny though. I will admit.
Oh, it'd be
Like,
hilarious.
Tagok, calm down, calm down.
Please don't try to
I
fight a
will
god.
say, I will say for as
Okay,
a
I
Tagok
will
will
watch me.
absolutely fight a god,
wait.
okay?
Let song speak. Let song speak.
I will say for Colbert, like his like the end goal of this mission was never to kill Kane.
Mm-hmm.
It was just to find information.
Yeah.
They're investigators, not
It was
You're
just to stop the snake attacks, that's it.
Mm.
yeah.
This poor man thinks we're gonna murder him, which, like, Tagok probably would, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, his own family kind of wants him dead, so like,
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
shitty family
Whole thing.
trauma. Let's go.
Woo!
Yeah.
Anyways,
Another trope
I
to add
have
to
plenty of that today.
yeah. I'm sorry, buddy. On your birthday,
Yeah.
that's whack. Your mom's whack for that.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody
I
need
will
to
not
use the
disclose
bathroom?
in front of the entire world.
I'm
I
probably
think I'm
gonna
gonna
get
take off my
food.
makeup.
Yeah, I think just like 10-minute break.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
10 minutes
Probably.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, I don't know why, but my eye just hurts. Like I got fucking black eye, but I did not. There's
Ouch.
nothing. I am confused.
Okay. I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Here? Yeah,
Okay.
same here. We'll be
I'm gonna
back.
go get food. We'll be back in a bit.
Hello, hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Am I here? Am I good?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, good. I'm muting myself again because you guys are gonna do the talking, and I'm getting ice cream.
Yep, no problem.
Is everybody back?
Yep.
Alright. Cool.
I'm here.
I'm gonna be muted for a bit though because, well, we're switching over.
Yeah, no
Oh,
problem.
No,
I'll be muted.
no,
What?
I need you for a quick second before we switch over. I'm
Okay.
just going to
Your
finalize
services are
a
required.
tiny amount of things right before we switch over, and it is literally just Kane like explaining some things to you.
Okay.
Okay. So let me turn off the break time thing. All right. The night has passed, and Kane has brought you, well, night, if you could call it that.
Yeah.
You have gone to bed, have some rest, and you have awoken in the morning to have the two boys, Nyoka and Chatu, bring you back to the chambers where you first met Kane. And when you enter this time, it is fully lit, not dark, and he is sitting there. This time he is in his snake form. The lower half of his body, where his legs usually are, is now a big coiling black snake that he has wrapped around himself in a little nest.
Oh.
And he sits in the middle of it. You can see that he looks a little bit better physically than he did the day before. And when you enter the room, he smiles at you and he says, I brought you here today because I have some last things to discuss with you before I can send you back to your realm, the mortal realm.
All right.
One thing.
Sorry, I'm eating ice cream.
Yeah, you're
I'm
good.
ice cream.
You're good, you're good.
Ice cream.
Mostly you just have to listen and say okay to some things. First off, the means of how you will be able to freely move between the mortal and deep realm. I will have to place a mark onto you. Now,
Oh?
I can remove this mark if you wish at any time, and it will be painless, but if you should ever meet anybody that, bears any hatred towards me, they might, treat you unkindly if they were to see the mark. He says this with quite a sad face.
Yes.
How this mark will work is that if you speak to it, I can sometimes hear what you say. It truly just depends on your location. I have found that some locations have better frequency and
Oh god, it's like T-Mobile cell service.
you Lamau.
Yeah, I'm calling
Wow.
shots. I'm calling shots.
Wow.
Shots against T-Mobile. Damn. Get fucked. Some areas of the world have much thicker barriers between the realms, and it makes it harder for any kind of message to pass through. But if you are in areas where these veils are thinner, I can speak to you freely as if we were in the same room. And
I see.
on the mark, there is a command that can be spoken where you will instantaneously, and then he snaps, be transported to wherever I am at any given time. This is a last-ditch effort if you were to ever find yourself in an emergency. And there is a downside to this action, is it requires a lot of energy on both of our parts, and for quite a while after, both of us will feel physically very weak, as it is very taxing on both my body and yours. And if you were to use this ability too often, it would be very detrimental to not only your health, but my own.
I see.
And as for how your mission will start, I have heard that you were traveling to Elmlo to visit a rather wise individual at a library. I do believe you should finish your mission of going to Elmlow and try to seek out any information that you can. And then I shall have you travel to the holy temples of each of my siblings. Hoth, Koss, and Avina.
Side quest.
Yes, side quests. And if you should also find the location of my brother's temple, it would be in your best interest to find that one. But the original temple that was his has since been destroyed, and I do not know if in our world there are any that still exist.
I see. All right.
And then he grabs something from behind him and extends it out to you. It is a large scroll of parchment, which is tied with a silk ribbon and a wax seal. This is a map documenting all of the holy temples of the gods in the entire known world.
Oh my.
And this goes far beyond your little kingdom of Creedhile.
You mean beyond the islands?
Yes. Your kingdom that you have known is only a small corner of the world that mortals inhabit.
Okay.
My suggestion to you is that the first temple you should visit would be my elder sister, Koss, as she is the goddess of wisdom.
Okay. Is there anything else I should know?
He taps his lip, thinking a little bit. I said before, of course, my troops are at your disposal. All of the soldiers that you saw last night at the banquet, and many more, I can lend them to your aid. Oh, and of course, my brother, Abelet. As you know, he has been missing for quite some time, ever since the birth of his youngest son, Phosphus.
Yes, I am well aware.
If you are able to find him, that may do a great deal in, well, finding the answer.
Okay. Oh, and one question.
Yes?
Will getting your mark hurt?
It should not hurt very much. Only a slight pricking sensation, really.
Alright.
He then
Well,
holds his hand out for you to take.
and she then puts her hand in his.
He turns her hand over so that, like, the underside of her wrist is exposed to him. and he then gently presses his index and middle finger to your wrist right at the vein area and drags it along the skin. You feel a slight prickly sensation, almost like pins and needles, on just that part of your arm where he touched it. And when he removes his fingers, you see a small mark there that resembles a little coiled snake.
Snack. Snack time.
And with that, Kalina, I can now send you back to the mortal realm. Unfortunately, I cannot send you exactly back to your group. The best that I can do with what little power I have today is I can send you to Elmlo. I can then arrange for escorts to have the rest of your party meet you there safely.
All right. Sounds good.
Well then, I hope to see you soon, Kalina.
Later, like, she just kind of looks at him, just like, what?
And with that,
But, yeah.
your vision, you almost feel like in your peripherals you see little black snakes creeping in as your vision fades to black for a moment. And then it fades back to normal once again. And you are standing on the road leading into Elmlo.
Damn, I just got teleported, okay.
Yeah, you got fucking teleported.
Yeah, bro. Well, what now? Do we switch over?
Yep. Alright.
Alright, I'm muting myself. I need ice cream.
Back with the main party. You have all just found out that Kalina has been taken by magical. She has been kidnapped, and the person who did it implored magic to remove themselves from the ship's premises. And now Kalina is somewhere else, and y'all are still at sea. How fun.
Oh, great.
Oh dear.
Is there anything that you choose to do, or would you like to just wait until you can reach the coast?
There's not much else to do unless we have them stop the boat, which we already asked them for that. I think we need to go to shore, find a boat, and we can probably search from there, or at least, I don't know. We need to figure out some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I need a map. That's what I need. I need a map. Where can I get a map?
It is likely that you could buy a map once you reach one of the coastal towns of Sutherland. So, would you all just like to wait and rest until you reach land?
Yeah.
What we can do, really.
Yeah.
Take off still be fuming, but just sitting alone on a bench and no one's going anywhere near her.
Alright. It takes about 2 more hours until you see the shore come into a hazy view, and Captain Lola calls out to everybody who is up on the top deck. We're only about 30 minutes out from Red Thicket now. Ready all your belongings, and once we reach the docks, we'll be ready to unboard.
Yeah, someone should definitely grab Kalina's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just go get ready to pack us.
Colbert, you were rooming with Clement, right? Or was it Tagok who was rooming
Yeah.
with Clement?
I was rooming with Clement.
I thought I was. I thought you were rooming with Seagram.
You had previously roomed with Clement, I think.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Tagok
Yeah,
was rooming with
room
Clement.
with.
I roomed with Clement because Tua was with Kalina.
Yes, I'm remembering now. I am stupid. Okay.
Oh, I roomed with Seagram.
Seagram. Yes, Seagram.
Yeah.
Tagok, you and Clement are down in your rooms packing up what little bit of personal belongings you had brought onto the ship. And Clement seems to still be rather tense about everything. He is still rather distressed about the fact that Kalina has been kidnapped.
I would ask. You are right, but the answer is obviously not yes.
He kind of sighs and then sits down where he was, kneeling on the floor, collecting things. And he runs a hand through his hair. Yeah, not doing too well. All this stress is really getting to me, he says as he pulls his hand away, and you can see quite a bit of his hair came with it.
Oh, damn.
I can see that. Should should we go and grab Kalina's things?
He looks up at you and then gets himself up off the floor with a little bit of resistance from his joints. Yep. I guess we should. As the two of you make your way over to Kalina's room and where Tua had been.
That's right, because he yeeted himself off the boat.
Yep.
Yeah.
You enter the room and notice that while the other item that was in Tua's bedside cabinet has been taken, the golden beads are still there. They are laying on the floor.
That's interesting.
Clement
Why would he leave these behind?
Clement picks them up and then just kind of looks at them. I don't know. I don't feel like we should leave them here.
Agreed.
Clement puts them with some of Kalina's things. She had a little box that had some jewelry in it, so he puts it in with that. And the two of you silently gather up all of Kalina's things in preparation for getting off at the ports of Red Thicket. That is until you think you hear something. Tagok, make a perception check.
Okay. Well, back home, so I don't have a desk. I have a little plate to roll on.
Plate.
There's perception. Fuck it, hold off. Total of 10.
Alright. As you pause to take a closer listen, you could swear that you heard what sounded like a snake hissing. But just as soon as you heard it, it was drowned out by the creaking sounds of the ship. Clement seems to pay no mind to this sound, and he continues packing up Kalina's things.
Did you?
I think you cut out there.
Oh, damn it.
All I heard was, does she?
Huh. Trying to be loud enough for my headphones to pick up, but not too loud because my parents are asleep.
Yeah.
It's fucking annoying.
Oof. I'm sorry, Betty.
Did you hear something?
Clement looks up at you and then says, "No, I didn't hear anything. What did you hear?"
Hello.
No, I could not hear you. If you said something, I did not hear it. No lights, no music. Just
Technical issues are fun.
Ooh, buddy. We're gonna buy you the mic that we all have.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, okay. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure. It's probably just a boat. I don't know.
Clement kind of furrows his brow a little bit and is like, "Are you sure? I mean, it could be something.
Just
Let's listen again," he says as he pauses and just sits there listening again. Make another perception check.
13
All right.
total.
As you listen,
Probably
a little harder, you definitely hear it again. The sound of a snake hissing a little bit. And then you also hear what distinctly could be the sound of something dragging itself along the floorboards.
Oh, I do not like that. There's definitely something there.
Does Colbart catch notice of them talking?
You are in the other room, but
Never mind then. But
you do not hear them. But Colbart, I would like you to also make a perception check.
alright.
Interesting.
Put in my dice.
Make your dice.
Yeah, I'll just pull a random one from my dice bag.
Yeah.
Okay, this one. Got 12, and if I remember correctly, I don't have anything in perception, so 12.
Alright. Colbert, you think you also hear the slight, very faint sound of a snake. But it is quickly covered up by the sounds of the boat. Back with Clement and Tagok, Clement looks over at you, and you can tell that he hears it too. You see him turn towards an area in the room and get a little closer to the ground as he is kneeled over. There is a pile of fabric on the floor. You note that it is Tua's cloak that he had.
That's very interesting. Okay. Tagok draws her sword and very cautiously moves closer to the cloak. Maybe pokes it.
Do you want to poke it?
Yeah, I want to poke it.
All right. As you poke the cloak, you just barely see something dart out from underneath of it as it goes directly towards Clement's leg before disappearing. Clement steps back in a frenzy, spinning around as he tries to see what just went up his leg. And Tagok, you see as he whips around, there is a snake, a void snake, and it lunges at his eye, mouth open, and it bites down.
Oh no!
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 Clement, no!
Clement
What you were talking about?
Clement grabs it by its body. It's small. A baby, really. Barely longer than a foot. And he throws it onto the ground before smashing it beneath his shoe. And he clutches his face, and you see blood pouring from between his hands.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
I need a healer.
I'm trying to see if I have anything. Does not appear as if I have healing stuff on me.
So, since I have a proficiency in medicine, would I be able to possibly do something?
Well, Fen, you hear what sounds like that strange little red-haired man cry out in pain from one of the rooms. Do you go and investigate?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I will say that under medicine, it's a check that lets you try to stabilize a dying companion or diagnose an illness. Wouldn't necessarily, like, heal someone.
Mm.
But it can stabilize so he doesn't die.
Yeah. Does Fen have any, like, healing spells that they can learn? Or have at all?
I have no spells whatsoever.
Oof. Oof. Oof, I thought you were...
Someone needs to buy a medicine kit.
Trying to see.
Fen, as you open the door to the room, you see Tagok kind of like, what the fuck? And Clement is clutching his, I had to check which side it is. Right eye. And there is blood dripping from between his fingers.
What happened here?
We heard a sound coming from there, and she quick points to the cloak. I poked it. There is a snake, and now he's bleeding. I don't know what to do in this situation. I don't usually stop bleeding.
Well, I can see if I can try to stop it, but keep him alive. That's about the most I can do.
That would be great.
Finn, what do you do? Clement has not moved from his position of being hunched over and holding his face.
I guess it would make sense that, like, I go up to him and try to kind of see what it is.
Alright. As you approach him and gently remove his hands from where his eye is, where the bite is, you see that the area around this bite, as it had just narrowly missed his eye, it is starting to turn this very weird, splotchy, purplish hue as it sprawls out from the bite like a web.
That's not fun.
Can Colbert come into the room after hearing Kilomet scream?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna go into the room and see Clement's face and like, oh shit, what happened?
Snake attack.
I'm gonna go find someone if they can heal this. You make sure she doesn't die. And I go off.
He goes,
Sure.
gonna try to do that?
Yep.
Yep.
Make a medicine check to, do some basic first aid shit for poor Clement.
It is an 8.
Oh boy.
It was a 4, and I have a +4 for medicine.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Clement.
We can have one
Do
of
I-
them help the other, so the other person can have advantage.
I
Remember
can
that.
roll. I have a +1 in medicine.
Oh boy.
Alright, so
I can try.
we can. Someone can have advantage.
You are amazing, my friend.
I can work.
Let me pull up Seagram. Hearing all this commotion, Seagram busts into the room and he's like, "What's happening in here? Good God!"
Snake attack.
His eyes go wide and he rushes over to Clement, his hand immediately going to his chest where,
Yeah.
Seagram had been attacked by said snakes.
Oh.
And then he notices the rather nasty wound on his eye. And then he firmly puts his hands on either side of Clement's face to get a better look. He's like, "Oh my God, that thing nearly took out your eye." Clement just kind of groans in pain.
Can I try to help?
Yeah, try to help.
I have a +1 in medicine.
E.
Purely because of my wisdom score.
Ethan, or Fen, would you like to
Okay.
roll medicine again, this time with advantage? Because not only is Tagok helping you, but Seagram is as well.
Okay, so what would that advantage be then?
The advantage is basically you roll twice, and the higher of the two scores you pick.
Yep.
Okay. I have a total of
Whoa.
11.
Cool beans.
I have a total of 13.
Alright.
Wait, Jade, you don't roll. It's only Ethan that's rolling. You just help, so he gets advantage. They get advantage.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Also, apparently today is the day of low rolls. My first roll was a 6.
Oh no.
Oh, boy.
God. Low rolls, baby.
Sorry, I'm taking all the luck.
Bitch. It's your birthday. Fen, you grab a bit of cloth from the bed sheet and rip it off and use it to blot away the majority of the blood on Clement's face so that you can get a better look at this wound to see what the hell's going on with it. As you do, you can kind of feel that his skin is uneven in the areas where this discoloration is. It would seem that the areas that appear to be his normal skin tone feel a bit raised, and excuse me, the areas that are discolored and purplish feel a little bit textured almost, like shriveled skin, and they feel more sunken in than the rest of his face. The area around where the bite is feels feverish and hot, unlike the rest of his skin.
That does not sound good.
Tagok, you notice that Clement is starting to look a bit pale in the face, quite a bit more than he usually is, considering he's pale as hell. And you see sweat starting to form along his hairline.
Does he look like he's about to fall over?
Well, you have sat him down on the bed, on Tua's
okay.
bed. He is sat down on the bed, but he does kind of look a bit wobbly and uneasy.
Okay, I'll get on the bed and like sit behind him just to keep him stable, and maybe use some more of the bed sheet to kind of make sure he's doing okay.
As you sit behind him, he kind of slumps and leans onto you a little bit. And you can tell that his breaths are rather shaky. He is not doing
He's not doing too good.
Yep, he's not doing too good.
You guys said that at the exact same time.
Yeah, we did. We're both brain cell, one brain cell, one brain cell.
One brain cell.
One brain cell.
Not sure what to do.
As you are sitting there, Clement reaches out a hand to Seagram and kind of pulls at the front of his quilted jacket that he is wearing, his gabison. Seagram leans in, and you, Tagok and Fen, you hear Clement whisper to Seagram in a very strained voice, Go find my talisman. Seagram quickly nods before getting up and rushing over to the shared room where Tagok and Clement had rested the night before. You all hear some rummaging around as Seagram attempts to find this talisman, and then you hear heavy footsteps as he rushes back down the hall and into the room, clutching a little cloth and golden roped talisman in his hands. And he then puts it in Clement's hands. Clement weakly says, "Thank you," before clutching the talisman in both of his hands, and he mouths something under his breath. You cannot hear what he says, and, well, you see that the bite mark on his face starts to ever so slowly close up. And there's no more bleeding.
Yay!
But unfortunately, the mark that is now on his face remains.
Not flatteristic. The healer has healed himself.
Well,
Yay. He healed himself. His eyes at this time were closed, and when he opens them again, you see that the eye where he had been bit is now clouded over.
oh dear.
And he gently raises his hand to that eye, kind of passing his fingers in front of it before sort of knitting his brows in disappointment. And he sighs. Well, can't see too well out of that eye anymore.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
He sits up from the bed and says, I'm all right. I'm all right. Whew. He kind of huffs and breathes a bit heavily. That obviously took quite a bit out of him. And as all of you are sitting there, just very confused about what the hell just happened, you hear the distant bell of the ports. It seems that you are almost at Red Thicket. Yeah, I bet you feel real bad for poking it now.
I shouldn't have poked it.
But I assume that would have happened anyway.
That's why I asked you, like, you said, maybe I poke it. I was like, do you want to poke it?
Well,
Oh, God.
I had Tagog draw her sword so that she could kind of poke it.
Yeah.
Because that is what I would do. I would poke it.
Yeah.
I don't think these things through. I poke it.
Pokey.
Damn it. I'm so sorry, Clement. Oh no.
Yeah. Poor Clement.
Yeah.
Foxy fucking messaged me. She's like, if you kill off Clement, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. And I'm like, no, it's fine. You'll be fine.
I was like, are my shitty rolls gonna kill one of our characters?
No, he's not gonna die. He's just permanently disfigured now.
Tagog has a disguise kit.
Eh.
Makeup time.
As all of you now get ready to descend the boat and, well, go into the ports of Red Thicket, you see Captain Lola and his first mate waving everybody off the ship. And when Jasmine sees Clement's face, she's like, "Oh my goodness, when did that happen? What happened to you, sweetheart?" Clement just kind of laughs awkwardly and was like, it's nothing, really. It's fine. No need to worry about me." Stop writing a fan fiction in the fucking Discord chat.
It's not me.
Both of you.
It's not me.
It's both of you.
So hard to not laugh. Just reading the Discord chat while
I'm gonna kill these assholes. That's
while you're being all serious and stuff, and then just
Fucking-
they're like, "Yes, Sloper."
Seagram becomes his
It's-
guard now because he can't see. Guard duo. That's so cute and gay. Exactly. That's the point. Slow burn. 100k words. Snake attack. Enemies to friends to lovers. I hate you. I'm gonna
All I
kill
said was guard duo
guard duo.
because friendship between Pigok and Seagram because they are both guards for a dumbass nobleman.
You're enabling her in her gay antics. What should I expect?
I just wanted the friendship between Pigok and Seagram, okay? That's all.
Oh god.
Everyone else had to make it romantic.
Gay, homosexual, gay. Yeah.
I would like to say I was not part of this conversation.
You literally just wrote ooh in the chat.
I added the ooh.
Not the
Gay,
fucking
though.
ooh.
I'm not involved. Wrote ooh.
I'm not involved. Ooh.
You guys never noticed my one earlier, so
I really hope that the sound of us of the Discord chat noises isn't annoying anyone in the thing.
I don't have Discord sounds on, so
Good, because it'll be really annoying for everybody else.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. That's why I have Discord sounds off. Also, neurodivergency, sound distract, ooh.
Yeah.
ooh.
Ooh. All right,
Ooh.
let's continue, or I'm gonna have a stroke. Ha! Bada bing, bada boom.
Ah,
All right,
the gays have killed us.
the gays have killed us. As all of you,
Please?
Excuse me, I'm yawning.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I just yawned so hard that I cracked my back. I'm old. Anyways,
Oh damn, that's a
How the
very
hell
old
do you
man
do
thing.
that?
I don't know. I'm special.
Back, not your jaw.
Did
No,
you
my-
move your arms?
No, I yawned, breathed in real deep, and my back crunched. Don't know how I managed that.
I think that's
Maybe-
supposed to happen.
Probably
You're such
not.
an old man.
I'm old. Leave me alone.
You're such an old man.
I'm old. Leave me be. Anyways, as you all move from the ship onto the docks, you see the hustle and bustle of the town of Red Thicket. The streets are lined with beautiful bushes that have bright red foliage. And, well, it's obvious why it's named Red Thicket, huh?
Yeah.
Now that you are all off the ship, what do you do?
I need a map. I go find a map. Don't you have to think?
All of you have a thing, but you
Yeah,
can't.
we all have a thing.
You can summon your individual horses, but,
Well, she left it with. Kalina left hers with her stuff,
yeah, it's in her baggage.
so we might have hers as well.
And then I just don't have a horse yet.
Yeah, you've got a wolf. You've got a wolf.
I do have a wolf, and if I become level 2, I can become a horse.
As you should.
Become is horse.
Because
yeah.
Become the horse.
I literally, because I have beast form or whatever it is, like I was looking at the animals I can become. I can become like a draft horse.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
You can do that.
Her. Horse NB activated.
Yes.
First and be activated.
Yes.
New gender just dropped. Horse NB. Anyways, as you are all discussing about what to do as you walk from the docks, you all see a man who is approaching you. This man has long, flowing, deep purple and red robes. He wears a rather large brimmed sun hat that is black, and his hair is stark white and very, very long. He approaches the group and then stands before you, waiting for you to notice.
Oh. I've tended to just walk right past him.
God.
Yeah. So I just kind of like look at him, kind of like, I don't trust you.
Can I help you?
I assume that you are the party that Lady Kalina had been with?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Who's asking?
Well, I am here to serve as your escort. I have been told to bring you to the edge of town of this red thicket, where you will meet up with your convoy that will deliver you to Elmlow much faster than it would be if you were to travel on foot or horseback, where you will be meeting up once again with Kalina.
Meeting up.
Excuse me?
You know where she is?
Oh no.
Well, all I know that she is in Elmlow. She has been delivered there, and she is waiting for you. I do not know much of this dealing that has happened, but I can assure you that your escort can provide you with more context.
I swear if it's Azuli.
No,
I swear if the escort is Azuli.
it's not
Oh.
Azuli. It's not Azuli.
Okay.
I have to be very careful about this.
Oh, yes, you do. Yes,
I
you
have
do.
to be so careful about this.
Obart is very sus.
Both me and Asmi are on guard. We're like the last person that like came up to any of us. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't trust, and I just general don't trust people. Like Fen doesn't trust people.
Oh damn.
Lemon
Higok,
Oh no.
tilts her head, and she goes, "How do you know she is there?"
Well, we all watched Lord Kane send her off. So,
Well,
What?
What?
Kane, you said Lord Kane?
yes,
Send her off. We saw Lord Kane send her
I can imagine
off?
the meme, like with the thinking an equation. Let's take off.
That'd be so funny.
I'm gonna make that a meme now. You better
Please,
believe it.
please.
I
I
will,
want that.
I will hand draw it. I swear to God.
I might briefly make that my profile.
Just
a bit, for a
Tagok
bit.
math. Lord Kane sent him off.
You said Lord Kane.
Yes, I did. He has strucken up a deal with Lady Kalina, and in return, he has brought her back to the mortal realm, where he had met with her in the deep realm.
Clement. Is he just?
Clement is fucking breathing. Everybody's just breathing heavily.
I don't like what kind of trick you're playing here.
There's no tricks. I can assure you that. If you do not believe me,
Because-
you can of course travel to Elmlo on your own accord, but it'll take 3 days' time. With the help of the escort that has been provided to you. You can get there before the sun sets today.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Oh. Okay.
I'm waiting.
Let's think.
Okay. I'm okay. Well, I'm not okay with this, but they say they know where she is. I want to follow.
Like, does the person have any proof that she's there? Like, did they grab anything or do they have anything?
You're supposed to be muted, honey.
Oh, sorry.
Just saying.
You're not here. You're not here.
You're not here right now, hun.
Yeah.
Distant voice, distant voice.
But to answer that question, no. He does not have any physical proof that he knows where Kalina is. Only just word of mouth.
I don't like this one bit. However, Kalina has only been gone for several hours. Word would not have spread that quickly. So this person must at least know something. Tigok like slowly starts walking towards them. And if you're trying to pull something, I'm afraid you won't be seeing the sun tomorrow. And she just stands there and just glares at him. She's trying so hard not to just do something.
I can
But it
assure
makes
you.
it makes sense.
Dear Tagok, I can assure you that there are no tricks, and that there is no harm that has come to Kalina. I know that you worry very much about that.
I'll be the judge of harm.
Last I saw, there was not a single scratch on her.
Oh, damn.
Come now.
Okay.
Would you like me to lead you to the location where your escort will be picking you up from?
Agok turns around and looks at the rest of the group.
I'm in.
Finn? What does Finn think?
I guess. I mean, sounds good to me. I don't have a horse or anything, so might as well.
Clement just kind of nods. He's kind of grimacing a little bit.
Yeah, that's valid.
And then Seagram just does a quick nod. All right then. Let us go. The man then turns away from the group and starts leading you through the twisting roads of Red Thicket. And soon enough, you are getting into the less densely populated areas and out into the farmhouses and fields until you reach a fork in the road where there is a large gnarled tree. The man then takes something out of his coat and he blows into it. You hear a soft whistling sound, melodic in tone. And you all stand there waiting for a moment. And this person stands watching the sky until the party sees little shadows start to appear from overhead. These shadows grow larger and larger, and you see the shapes become more defined as they slither across the sky.
Oh.
Fun.
Oh.
And then, down from the clouds, you see... You thought they were eagles.
They're not. I
Oh,
was thinking of Lord of the Rings where the eagles are
I
coming.
thought it was dragons,
And then you're
says
like-
Foxy.
And then you're like,
Snake.
there's snakes across the sky, and I'm like, oh, they're not eagles.
Foxy's a little more close. They're not dragons, but dragon-esque. But they're not exactly snakes either.
The eagles are not
The
coming.
eagles are not coming.
Oh, my nerd heart.
Not wyverns. These are worms. Spelled,
Knew it.
yeah. Because wyverns would have, worms. Yes, worms.
Mm-hmm.
The party, you see these large, worms descend from the sky. There are... How many people are in the party? Thinking. Come on, brain, think of things. Come on, brain, think of things.
Agog, Colbert, Clement, Seagram, Fen. That's 5.
5. There are 6 worms that descend from the sky. 5 of them are slightly smaller than one, which is the head of this pack. And they all slowly descend to the ground where they rest just behind the party on the road. And you see, perched atop the largest one, is a very familiar face. One you had seen not too long ago, it seems.
No.
In a very different attire than he was before. This time, not too different from Nyoka,
No.
but blue instead of red. Chatu sits atop the largest of the worms.
Oh, you bastard.
Of course it's him.
I know this is a bad time to ask. Can I go pet one of them?
Yes, you can get to pet them. You're gonna
Yes.
ride them, you will get to pet them.
Yay!
Oh,
Oh my
Like, you guys
god.
are all just like, oh my gosh. I'm just like, I want to pet it.
Okay, while everybody else is fuming, Fen just goes over and pets the fucking worm. Pet,
Yes.
pet,
well, yeah,
pet,
because
pet,
Fen
pet,
has like no real like attachment to the party a whole lot
It's
yet.
also, I'm gonna just be like, just gonna warn you guys in the future. Any animals we come across, I'm going to try to pet them and make friends with them.
Yes, and you'll have to roll for
Yeah, that
animal
makes
handling.
sense.
You don't have to roll for animal handling on this one, though, because, trained worms, they just do thing. They good boy.
Yeah, well, I have proficiency in animal handling. I did that on purpose.
Poggers. Pet the
Very good.
animal.
But yes, everyone's freaking out and I'm just like, I want a pet.
I want to pet it.
I would like to
Everyone
pet the
else is
animal.
like, I'm gonna fucking murder you.
I'm gonna kill. I want to pet it. Ah,
Yes!
Yes. Every D&D group has one motherfucker that pet, and it's you.
Yes!
Every-
Cobart-
I'm going to pet
Cobart
That
them.
is
one
kinda
bitch that
says-
wants to pet everything.
Cobart sits out loud. Oh, you didn't say you were riding with this motherfucker.
Chatsu just kind of stares down at all of you and says, "Well, I surely didn't expect to be seeing you all so soon."
Neither did I.
Well, climb aboard. We've got a brief little trip to make to Elmlow. Kalina's waiting.
We just kind of stand there for
Fine.
like a hot second and then go. Because
Fen just gets on. Fen does not care.
And does not give a shit.
Fen don't care.
Fen is like, animal.
no.
The worms all allow you to get onto their backs, and if any of you have trouble, they use their heads to nudge you up.
Oh. This is cute.
I will just say, imagine if pit bulls were dragons but had no leg.
Oh my
Very
god.
cute, but I'm too mad. I'm too upset.
Pities, yeah.
Ah.
After
I keep one.
after all of you are mounted onto your worms, Chatu then whistles, and all of them leap up into the sky, where you ascend far beyond the cloud line, and you find yourselves cruising, gently bobbing in and out of the fluffy white clouds, feeling their coolness brush against you. Now what?
This is a lot. This is a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of want to chat with chat too.
All right.
Like, I'm gonna just like fly closer and just like say, "Hey, how close was I to busting you?"
Wait, what did you say after hey? It muddled for me, my brain.
It got
no.
very muddled.
I think I had a
Okay,
stroke.
I said, "Hey, how close was I to busting you?"
Chatu smirks and then says, pretty close. You're very good at it, you know?
But enjoy a little bit of a mystery.
Well, I hate to have had to be the source of your mystery for you to solve. But, now things can be a little bit different, as we are all on the same side.
That I don't understand quite yet.
Unfortunately, that is not something I can explain to you. Kalina will have to be the one to explain it in full, but I can say in short that Kalina has accepted a deal from my father, and she is going to help him. And in exchange, he will give her anything she wants. Troops, magical assistance, anything.
You got a lot of explaining to do. I don't understand any of this.
Yes, but it'll all become very clear soon. Let's just say that your previous mission is now redundant, as it would seem, as Kalina accepting this deal actually fixes everything that your previous mission needed to have done. You needed to stop the snakes, and now, well, for the most part, all the snakes have been called back to the Deep Realm. Well, at least the ones that my father still has control over. Chatu then turns his head to Clement and says, "Unfortunately, it seems that one of the rogues was able to get a hold of you." Clement clenches his jaw a little bit at that and says, "Yeah, it did." Chatu looks at him with a sympathetic look and says, "My deepest apologies. If there's anything that we can do to help you with your scar, let us know." Clement just stares at him a moment and then says, "Will do."
Oh, I for one, I'm probably gonna still keep going with our original mission. I'm still very curious about all of this. I want to learn more.
Well, learn all you can. There's quite a bit to learn. Some of which even I can tell you.
Right. That's good. May I ask, what do you know about our mission? Do you know everything that it's about?
Well, I know that Lord Phosphus had been expecting a child. I know that this child is now been brought into the world, and they noticed that the snakes were attacking people with a similar appearance to Phosphus, and the other lords worried that soon they would find him and finish what they started, to quote. So, your mission was to find the source of the snakes and stop it, so that, well, no harm would come to Phosphus or the baby.
Or anyone else, for that matter.
Yes. But
Yeah.
for the most part, all of the snakes that are currently residing in the mortal realm, we have no control over them. Well, my father has no control over them. You see, his powers have become quite strained as he has run rather thin in these past years and months. The snakes act on their own accord, and he has no control over what they do or who they attack. And they simply are drawn to strong feelings of negative emotions. So, unfortunately, people that are attacked are either depressed or angry, and the snakes make the situations worse.
And why do they seem to attack people that look like Phosphus?
Well, it seems that they still are following some of their old commands, in a way. But now the command itself has been telegraphed from snake to snake, and it has become muddled, and now they only see a vague approximation of what they should be doing. So they're not looking for Phosphus specifically, but an approximation of what he is.
And was the original orders to kill Phosphus?
No. The original orders long ago were to subdue him enough to bring him to my father, to see if his heart could act as a surrogate to my father. As...
Surrogate?
Yes. As Phosphus is not only a demigod, but blood related to my father, so he thought that Phosphus would be the best candidate. And well, in the end, nothing worked out.
All right. This is all very intriguing. Lot to think about.
Yes, it is a lot to think about. And you'll have much more to think about once we arrive to Elmlo and Kalina gives you a fuller explanation.
I'm looking forward to it. See what all of this is about.
No, Taegak will not be speaking at this moment.
Too angry.
She is too upset, but also she knows that, again, these people are most likely to know where she is. So as of right now, it is worth not murdering them.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean she has to talk to them.
True.
I'm struggling with this.
It would seem that you have been flying for quite a while now, as Chatu has been explaining to you different things and answering your different queries and questions. And then you hit a break in the clouds and you see that you have just passed over the mountain range, and you can see Elmlo coming into view. And with that, that marks the end of tonight's session.
Oh.
Oh.
Huzzah. Huzzah. So.
Okay.
So.
Oh,
what you
damn.
thinking?
Oh,
Oh my god.
you tested me today. You tested me today, buddy. I'm gonna eat my Thin Mints, damn it.
Oh, goodness. Quote that, JV, quote that. You tested me today, I'm gonna eat my Thin Mints. Yeah, so, you know how
A lot of new information.
You know how I designed my Elden Ring player character to look like Clement, but with a nasty scar?
Yeah.
Said nasty scar has arrived.
Fucking knew it.
Hee hee hee.
It's going in the cold book.
I'm sorry. I'm also just like, I still just like love how like the entire party was just like fuming. I'm just like, Fenna's just like dragging like a pet.
I would love to make a drawing of that. That would be so good.
Angry Taegak.
Angry Tagot.
Taegak, and then just Fen like,
Baby.
animal.
Baby.
I'm gonna pet it.
Absolute
Yes.
baby.
Yes. Also, I didn't stop to think about how, you know, we are flying on the back of these worms. I have a wolf with me.
Yeah, your wolf
Where
is just
is that thing going?
draped over the back.
Yes.
Or
How's
just,
he
like-
in front of me.
Or just like sitting.
Held.
Politely sitting.
Held.
I love that.
You know how, like, people will pick up big dogs and the big dog is just kind of like, eh. That's,
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
That's Fen currently holding the wolf.
Ask me.
Asmi
Yeah.
holds. And Asmi's just like, why am I his hold? Huh? Why?
Yes.
This is gonna be Tagok later on in the series when she learns to not be angry all the time.
Oh lord, what is it?
Spoilers for season 5 of She-Ra.
Catra works on how to not
Oh,
be
cheer.
angry.
Oh, I know exactly what it is.
Catra.
I know exactly what that is.
Goodness gracious. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream now. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye,
Oh.
Chad.
Bye.
Oh, damn. This is a lot.